Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Hotpoint NSWM863 washing machine. And what I want to do today is to show you around the washer, some of the features and benefits that it offers. Just before we start, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. So this is the 8kg 1600 spin version. There are quite a few other models around it that's a very similar design. You've got 7, 8, 9, 10kg versions. Also you've got different spin speed versions. You've got 1400, 1600 spin versions of most of those models. But for the purpose of this video, this is the 8kg 1600 spin. And as you can see, this is the model in graphite colour. It is also available in the polar white, and also there are other colours available. Something I always talk about in our showroom with customers is the dimensions of the product, because what you want to do is you want to make sure that it's going to fit in the space. Now on the whole, things like the width and the height are pretty standard. So on this model you're looking at around 23.5 inches or just under 60 centimetres. For the width and the height you are looking at around 84 centimetres or just over 33 inches. The main thing that tends to vary on modern washing machines are the depth, so front to back. You will find that on larger capacity machines, especially as you go to 9, 10 kilogram models and even above that, then some of the depths of the machines are really deep, because what you don't want is for it to be sticking out from the worktop. But on this model, if you go to the very back of the machine, then to the front lip here, you're looking around 57 centimetres, around 22.5 inches. Or if you want to take into account the door as well, then you're looking around 63 centimetres or just under 25 inches. So I'll quickly show you some of the programs and the functions that the machine offers. First of all, to turn the machine on, you've got the on and off switch just round the side there. I've said it on some of my other videos with Hotpoint machines. I always think it's a little bit of an odd place to put the on and off button. It's almost like they've completed the design, they've made it look really nice, and then someone's gone at the end, well, we need an on and off button, don't we? So let's chuck it there, lads. But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. So program-wise, there's a really good selection of programs. The main comment I'll make is don't assume that all of the programs you can wash the full 8 kilograms on. This is something I tried to cover in some of my other videos, that you normally find there's only a handful of programs that you can do a full load, but I'll just quickly run through some of these. You've got the Eco 40-60. Now this one is quite a long program. This should be a standard program on all washing machines now, and this is really designed to be very energy efficient. With this one, as you can see, it's 3.5 hours long, and that one can spin at around the 1600, and you have got the ability to put a full 8 kilogram load in. What you will find is it will only use 56 litres of water, so for a full wash that is pretty good. As you come around to here, the cotton program, again you can run a full load in there, the 8 kilogram, and just to give you an idea of the water consumption, on that one it will use around 97 litres of water. So you're comparing 97 to 56 on the first program. So, you know, despite the cotton program being a popular option for a lot of people, personally I'd recommend looking at the Eco 40-60 because that will save a huge amount of water. As you come around, so some of these other specialised programs, synthetics and then delicates. On the synthetics you can only wash up to 4.5 kilograms, and it's the same on the delicates. You've also got things like the wooden program. You've got things like Antiology, so that's mainly if somebody in the household suffers with things like allergies, where you've got, say, skin irritation, then some of these programs like Antiology can really help, because what it will do is it will maintain a higher temperature for a longer period. Rather than just reaching a temperature and then starting to drop back down, it will reach the temperature, wash at the higher temperature for a while, and then start to reduce, and that can really help to sort of kill the bugs and all the nasties that are within the clothes. Then as you come down to the bottom, you've got things like the spin and drain, rinse and spin. So the next program to look at is the baby program. Now this is one that I suppose is a little bit different to the norm. Clearly you're not going to be washing your baby in it, but this is really designed for clothes that are being worn by babies. So as Hotpoint will call it, this cycle has been designed to reduce the amount of bacteria by using a greater quantity of water and optimizing the effect of special disinfecting additives added to the detergent. There we go. So that if you've got very young children, then that's quite a good one to look at. You've got 20-degree wash. People are tending to wash at lower temperatures now, so I'm glad that Hotpoint have put a low temperature wash on here. As you come around to some of these other programs, things like the Duvet is quite an interesting one. If you're washing large single items, then many people have had experience of it where it's not able to spin at the end because it can't balance the load out. The typical item that people tend to put in for some reason is the bath mat. So they tend to wash it on its own, and all you'll find is it can't balance the load towards the end of the program. And with this Duvet program, in theory, I suppose you could have a similar thing because you've just got one large item that it can't distribute the load. But what Hotpoint have done is they've come up with this specialised program, the Duvet, and if you are going to wash it, then that's a really good program to put it on. Or if you have got large single items, then the Duvet program is the one to put it on. Then you've got the white, and again with that one you can wash the full 8 kilograms in there. So again, that's one of the few programs that you can wash on the full 8 kilograms. I should have mentioned that the 20-degree wash, you can wash the 8 kilogram load as well. As you come around to here, you've got some of the shorter programs. A lot of the programs here that we've mentioned are quite long programs. If you're really in a rush, then you've got a 30-minute wash here. So if you decide the kid's uniform hasn't been washed from the day before, then if you really need it in a rush, then this could be the program to save you. So this one is a 4.5 kilogram load. The main comment on here is the maximum spin speed is only up to 800 RPM. I'll just show you that. So you've got the button on here that shows you the spin speed options. Next program on here is the full load 45 minutes. Now, to do a full load in 45 minutes is actually really good. Unfortunately, Hotpoint, within the instructions, they don't give the consumption figures. They don't tell you how much water and electricity that uses, which is a bit of a shame, because I did want to compare it to some of the programs around here. What you will find is if you keep doing full loads on quick programs, the wash performance won't tend to be as good as if you're doing some of these longer programs. Also, it doesn't tend to look after the machine as well. But I suppose as rare it is, so I'd recommend doing these on the odd occasion. I wouldn't rely on the machine doing the loads all the time on the 45-minute programs. But nevertheless, if you need to do a full load in around 3/4 an hour, then that could be the program for you. Then the last one is the anti-stain 40 degrees, and again you can wash with the full 8 kilograms and up to the maximum 1600 spin. I'll just show you quickly on here. So to alter the temperature, so if I do come around onto the cotton option, then you just press the button here, and what it will do is it will change the temperature. So on that you can go at 60, 50, 40, 30. So you've got quite a good range of temperatures. And then the spin speed, so you can go all the way up to 1600. But again, it's not on all the programs that you can go up to 1600. And sometimes, depending on the temperature and the spin speed that you select, it will change the duration of the program. So clearly, if you're going to be washing at a cold temperature, where the temperature is arriving, or the water is arriving into the machine, then that will be a shorter wash than if you're washing at, say, 60 degrees, because clearly it's got to heat the water. Next option on here is the time delay. If you've got things like Economy 7 at home, where you've got cheap electricity during the night, then this could be a really good option for you. So you can delay it by up to 24 hours. So if you wanted the machine to start tomorrow at this time, then that could be a good option for you. And then press it again, and then it switches that off. You've got the key lock facility, and what this will do, if you've got little people in the house, so if the kids like to come along and play with dials and come and play with buttons, then you've got the key lock or child lock, as some companies call it. And then when you want to take that off, all you do is press and hold that for a couple of seconds, and then the light will go out. You've got the extra rinse as an option, so this can be a good option. It's not available on all programs. Let's find a program. So we're bound to be able to do it on the white. There we go. So extra rinse, that's a good option if you've got somebody in the household that suffers with sensitive skin, or if you just wanted to puts it through an extra rinse. If you think you've put too much powder or detergent in there, which is quite common nowadays, then you can put the extra rinse on just to get rid of these suds towards the end of the wash. As you see, it will make a difference to the time as well, so it increases it by so what's that, 2:44 down to 2:30, so it's around 14 minutes difference. Then finally, on the right here, you've got the extra touch button, and what this will do, first of all, you've got the rapid option, and that will speed up the wash. So it just really reduces everything about the wash. It will reduce the main wash time, the rinses, so everything about it, it will speed up. As you can see, it takes it from 2 hours 53 down to an hour. And I suppose that, as I mentioned earlier, don't expect the wash performance to be as good. If it's taking an hour compared to 2 hours 53, then the performance of the wash won't be as good. Then the next option here is the steam hygiene, and this is really designed, it enhances the washing performance by generating steam during the wash cycle to remove any bacteria from the fibres. I'll just show you the soap drawer in here. It's quite a unique design. I must admit, I quite like this. Hotpoint have done this design where it opens sideways for several years now, and on the whole, people tend to like it. So you've got the standard layout of pre-wash, main wash and conditioner in here. One question we do get is, when people have had the machine delivered, what is this? So this has arrived in the instructions. I'm not quite sure why they don't put it in the soap drawer, but this is really designed to drop into here like that. So you just pop it into the slots, and what this will do, if you use liquid, then the idea is when you put it in here, it stops it running away too early during the wash. So that's what that's designed for. If you do use liquid, I'd recommend keeping it in there. If you use things like powder, then it is recommended not to put it in there. So just take that out and put it somewhere safe, because what you can find is it can, if you put powder in here, then it could struggle to take it all away during the wash. You can take the soap drawer out. Again, that's a common question that we get asked. Just lift that up on the right hand side and pull it. So you just give it a gentle pull, and then you can take the soap drawer out like that. I'd normally recommend, if you have got a dishwasher, just stick it in the dishwasher. Just give it a really good hot temperature wash, and then when you're ready to put it back on, just locate it on the left hand side there, push it there so it clips into place, and then just give it a quick nudge like that. That's it. So you just need to lift it up on the right hand side, and then you're ready to go. I'll just quickly show you around the back of the machine. So if you're installing it yourself, then this may be a little bit helpful for you. First of all, you've got the 4 transit bolts. These are imperative to take out. You have to undo that, pull the bolt all the way out, and you've got a plastic sheath as well that all needs to come out. If you don't take those out, then that won't be covered under the manufacturer's warranty, and essentially it will damage the machine. So that's something you have to do if you're installing it yourself. And also, if you're having someone to install it for you, just make sure they've taken these bolts out as well. But anyway, you've got the mains at the top left here. You do get so this is the water connection. Just show you, you get a cheeky little hose with it. So you do get a new hose. That should arrive with the machine. And then at the bottom left, you've got the waste pipe as well. So at least everything is laid out quite nicely on the back of the machine. This is the energy label. As you can see, it's a D energy rating. If you're looking at similar models around this kind of price, then D energy rating is actually pretty good. It's showing you that for every 100 cycles, it will consume approximately 73 kilowatt hours of energy. Just showing that it's an 8 kilogram load. You've got also the noise level at the bottom at 81 decibels, and then 48 litres of water. So I'd always recommend just have a quick look at things like this. Especially at the moment in the UK, because energy prices are going through the roof, and people buying appliances are very, very conscious of how much these things are costing to run. Not necessarily the buying price, although it is very important, but it's the running cost as to how much it will cost to run over several years. If you're thinking of buying one of these washers, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Hotpoint NSWM863 washing machine. All I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Put my teeth back in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. If you have got any questions on the washing machine, then I've got it on display here. Just pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of these machines, or a model like this, doesn't necessarily have to be this one, but if you've got a model like this, then let me know what you think about it in the comments, because I'd always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.